Morning, good afternoon, folks. Whatever time you got up. For me, today's Labor Day, and I'm off the first part of the day. Had a couple days off, but then again, there's no such really thing as a day off. Free time is however you choose to spend it. It's whatever you're willing to sacrifice and give up. Off time, downtime, vacation time. Everybody's got their name for it. I choose to do more when I'm off than I do on my work day. My choice for myself, not no one else. What we need to understand about labor and putting in the work is we expect a lot of results on everything in this life without actually putting in the work. We want the benefits of self-discipline without actually doing the self-discipline. So this day, for me, the morning is being spent. I did my 5-minute burpee test. Anybody does burpees, they're the devil. Yeah, I just kicked my ass. I did that. 25-pound curls, nothing strenuous. That's all I carry with me. If you keep up with my posts, you know that I haven't lifted heavy weights or do any of that in a long time. If you're wanting to get to the big swole, powerlifting, thick, strong phase, I guess some of us, we hit so many peaks and did stuff so early in life, we've been over that stuff for years. So I did my 5-minute burpee test. I did probably, biceps, triceps, shoulders, a little bit of back, little bent over rows, lateral raises. I did about 30 reps each one. I did about 60 push-ups and did probably 25 to 30 pull-ups, and now I'm gonna start my run. I don't know how long I'm gonna go. I haven't decided yet. I usually decide my workout the day of or right when I get there. Sometimes I change it in the middle of my workout. So, if you want different things in life, you want different results, and you got to change the formula. People want the results without actually doing the self-discipline. We all fall in that category a little bit. But remember, just like being weak or making excuses, sometimes our life is one big excuse. And we don't like to be. People that make excuses and aren't self-disciplined, you usually can't find them around self-disciplined people. Look, you have two kinds of people. You have people that wait till they feel like doing it, and you have people do things so they feel like doing everything else. If we wait till we feel like doing anything and everything, we'll never do it. We do this so we feel like doing everything else. This ain't even just about working out. This is everything in life. There's a lot of shit and a lot of things in life that we need to change. If we wait till feel like doing it, that's the reason you go your entire life and it never happens. So Labor Day is to be celebrated, supported. Again, anybody that chooses to take stuff the wrong way or misunderstand our message, understand this. We don't feel the need to explain it. It's very much your problem if you choose to understand it. It doesn't matter if it's stay-at-home moms, if it's retired people, whatever it is. It doesn't mean you have to actually go out. I said Labor Day, I'm celebrating my morning and afternoon by starting it with a tough-ass workout. That's putting in the work. We don't get the benefits of self-discipline without putting in the work. You don't deserve it if you didn't earn it. Now, anything to do with Labor Day and hardworking people, we're not talking about the physically or mentally challenged, disabled. We're not talking about the people who are handicapped. We're not talking about the ones who are out of work, who won't work, who are trying to change their life, who are trying to make a difference. Man, somebody can work hard for 20 years, same place or different places. And then all of a sudden somebody goes through without a job, or they make a change, or they make a sacrifice, or they try to go for something bigger, and they'll go 1 or 2 years maybe going through some hard times or some hustles or transition. You know what people remember? They'll remember that couple of years that you didn't do it or you struggled until you're back there. So what have you done for us lately? That's the way the world sees it. You just forgot about all that time somebody put in on what they were doing, and you remembered that. People remember the bad quicker than they'll ever remember the good. They'll remember when you were down on your knees or struggling or doing without, and they'll say, I told you so. The same ones that told you to go for it. You can't listen to any of that shit. So you take people like my messages, you take it for whatever you want to. We will not defend it. We will not apologize if we do not feel like we need to apologize. You need to get up and you need to put in the work on whatever it is to make the necessary changes in your life to get the results you want. We're all guilty of it to a certain extent. Sometimes, though, some people's whole life is that. Nobody's going to come do it for you. Nobody's going to come save you. Remember this, like that saying goes, half of the people that see you that know you're in a bad position or you're having trouble, whatever you're going through in life, half of them help put you there and the other half are glad you got them. Remember that. So this is for the people out there who are out trying to make the necessary changes. Like I said, over and over, there's help available, but nobody can stand over you and physically make you do it. That goes for jealousy or anything else as well. So to all the hardworking people, whatever level of that, if it's a stay-at-home mom, if it's a person holding down a job and going to school, if it's a person trying to start their own business, struggling, whatever it is, going to work, going to corporate, going to making a small business, farm, any category. Hey, man, we understand that nothing in this life comes easy. If it comes easy, then it's not worth it. Understand that. There's a reason it's called easy. And a lot of times people take the easy way out early in life, and then they don't understand why their life is harder. Yes, anybody out there collecting any unearned benefits that they did not work for, that they did not deserve, taxpayers pay for it. People often say, well, that's a broken system. Yeah, it's a perverse system. You might need to ask yourself one day when the government might come calling and say, we've supported you your whole life. Now it's time for you to do what we want you to do. Understand these people are going to be the first ones to flip. These people are going to be the first ones to throw you in the bus, snitch, even their own families. They have had a whole life given to them for free. They didn't want to put in the work. They're willing to jump through the hoops and do all the necessary things so they didn't have to go do it. If they're willing to do this and make their life often more difficult just by not going out and doing something for themselves, and they took the easy way out, what's going to happen? They think the government says, we want all that back. Take a chip. Go be in our army. Some of us, it ain't never happened. You got to understand, man, I don't think that people think about the long-term consequences of being lazy and undisciplined. Man, sometimes people might get a leg injury and say, oh, I wish I'd have ran, but you never did. You might say, oh, I want to start working out. Oh, man, I lost a limb, but you didn't. We always want to do stuff after the fact. And we got the opportunity to do it every day. You never know when something's going to change different. And again, there are things in this life that we are not ready for. So yeah, I do. I don't have a problem turning anybody away, not hanging around them, not inviting them, uninviting them. If there are anybody that takes advantage of the system, collects benefits that they do not need it, or because it takes away from people who do need it. And you're lazy, you got kids, you're teaching them the same thing. Being on welfare, being on government assistance. Again, not talking about the elderly, the physically or mentally challenged. And if you want to take it that way, then no one gives a shit. I definitely don't give a shit. It takes away from people who need it. It takes from people who often have worked their whole life and earned it, and then they got in a chance of being disabled, or they got in a position of having an injury, getting sick, or whatever it is. That's for people, and it's for go-between. There are people out there unemployed that very much want to be working. They're probably doing everything they can. All the while, people are collecting the benefits who do shit, nothing. So understand this, everybody out there, don't be jealous of these people. Their life is going to be the difficult life is coming for them, if not pretty soon, very soon. And understand this, don't be jealous of them. They put in more work trying to get out of work than they do than actually going and doing it. And then the next generation's the same thing. No one owes nobody shit. The only one that are owed stuff is adolescent children. It's a perverse, sick system from our government and the way it's set up to the people doing it. So when you see how easy they got it, they don't have it easy, man. Understand this. They're going to have a more difficult life later down the road, and then they breed children in the next generations to the same thing. So if you took offense to this, then it must fit you just like anything else. Hey, God bless y'all, whatever your higher power is. Y'all enjoy this day, enjoy this weekend if you haven't, however you choose to enjoy it. And I'm going to finish up this workout and get on and spend some time with what I can with my version of what my family is today and the ones that's available. Because you know why? A lot of my family had to work just like I had to do. And you know what? It's okay. May not be wild about it, but the thing is we put in the work. We've been putting in the work our whole life. Again, it's what have you done for me lately? So if you choose to sugarcoat, if you choose to not have conversations with these people, if you choose to save their feelings, then don't bitch about the whole damn system and the way they do it. If they're in your family, I don't care if they're related to you. If you haven't had a conversation, then it's very much your fault as well. Holler at y'all later.